Okay, that seems to be working correctly. Hmm. How do I find the link for this stream now? YouTube has changed some things. There it is. Copy that. Alright, there we go. Now I've got to remember how to do Tombs of Amascut. That's how to be interesting. Let's see, I need my pre-pot. Should probably make a party. And do I want to go need less help or need some help? It was kind of annoying doing it with less help last time. I've done need no help, but I need a little more help than that today. I think I might knock it down to... for a 0.1%. Screw it, we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so I'm going to pre-pot, and then fill my inventory up with prey pots. How's it going, Boom? Neither was I, but, you know. My actual plans today got so screwed up that I'm streaming RuneScape. That should tell you something. Not sure what, but it should be something. Let's see how this goes. I might end up wiping this raid. Well, you know, if you're a fan of Trailer Park Boys, then you'd understand the expression, just way she goes. And if you're not, then, well, there's the door. Alright, we got the little 2-jug solve before any of them got to the plant. Off to a pretty good start. You know what? I brought the bone dagger along just to kind of see how I feel about it, basically. So I'm going to try it as the first spec here. If it does low damage, then I can always just BGS later. Okay, 7 is not ideal. 7 is quite less than ideal. Also, I think I'm wearing the wrong gloves. No, I'm all set. Anyway, welcome to the Tombs of Amascut. What have you been up to, Boom? Playing anything interesting? Even though I only hit a 7, we are doing pretty good damage here, actually. Think I can hit that in time? Yeah. What is Deadlock? What kind of game is it? Sounds like a shooter. I'm just not really familiar. I'm going for it. Okay, I hit a 3 and I almost got chomped. That was probably not worth. Where is my T-bow? There it is. One of these days I'll learn how to wave skip. I learned how to do it a long time ago, tried it once, realized that I never want to have to do that again. And just never did, so I guess I do know how to, but it's a MOBA. Oh. Oh, okay, I think I know what one you're talking about now. Not much of a fan of MOBAs. I'm glad that it's got 90k concurrent, though. It's promising to see that a newer game is doing that well in a beta. Wait a minute. It's not in the beta right now, is it? Like, it's at 90k concurrent and it had a beta, right? Beta still has like 90k concurrent. Yeah, I just don't like a game that makes me try that hard, for the most part, when it comes to MOBAs. Oh, this is a little awkward. I say that while I'm soloing a raid at a 365 invo, but you know what I mean. Alright, I think I got here in time that I can do that. Beautiful. If it's invite only with 90,000 concurrent players, then they must not be too strict about the invites. That seems pretty weird to me. I should have enough where I can just leave that on now, actually. Awkward. Okay, I'll take another sip. I feel like if I had hit just a little more with the BGS, we could have made that through without... Oh, that was early. No, it wasn't. Okay, good. Actually took no unnecessary damage and came out of that fight still overhealed from the start. That's hilarious. Not all anyone who owns the game can... Okay, I see. So it's only sort of invite only. I want to go this way. So if you invite somebody else, they still have to buy the game though, right? Just seems like a very strange model. I don't think I've ever heard of another game doing invite only where you can pay to be a part of it, but then invite people at your at your leisure. It's free. Ah. That just raises further questions. Oops. Is it weird that I actually really, really prefer the solo version of this puzzle? Anytime that I remember trying to do this with other people, like 70% of times you have to teach them how to do it, and the other 30% of times they're just like frustrated and trying to go too fast. Alright, so the whole reason that I brought the bone dagger was for Kephri, because my BGS keeps noodling on it every time. So here goes everything. Oh, you know what? 17, that's not bad. Maximum reduction's 20. I'll take it. Not my best move there, but that's okay. And I think I have more overlords on, but I honestly don't recall. I still think back to the time that I played League of Legends. Pretty much like first year it was out kind of thing with Slow Dave. And that was a bloody nightmare. He did not teach me how to play the game whatsoever, he just started playing the game with me. And like, all I really remember specifically about it was that the hero that he chose was using like this ice-based bow attack, and he could literally snipe me from across the map and just like completely freeze me in place. It was broken as all hell. But he did basically nothing to prepare me for it, and just was like, yeah, no, it's just, you just play the game, I don't know. It was just, I couldn't tell if he was like rage baiting me, or if he was actually just trying to be like, oh yeah, no, this is this new game, you know, you just play it like this. But yeah, he just kept mercilessly destroying me with this kind of broken character over and over again while I was trying to like kill minions and farm gold and trying to figure out how the hell this thing worked. It was not a good time. Oh, that's gone. I don't think I ever well, no, that's not true. I tried to play League once after that. And not for very long. Get all that? Okay, perfect. I've actually been having pretty good drop luck lately in this game. I got the Kraken pet the other day. Oh, that's not what it's doing. Whoops. Which was kind of nice, because I've wanted that pet for a while. That's going to blow up. Nice. Just send 2 specs at him. But what I find kind of almost comically frustrating is every time that I get a pet, Adamant Wolf gets the same pet within the next few days. And I'm not really sure how that keeps happening. It happened with the Tombs of Amascut pet at one point. I got the, whatever it's actually called, the little warden pet. And within a couple of days, and in fairness, he'd been farming Tombs of Amascut a lot, trying to get his shadow at the time, which he just recently got. He just managed to get the pet, and it was like, well, okay, so much for that achievement, that's no longer unique. But with the Kraken, I've had really lopsided luck there, and not in a great way. Somehow I've got 2 jars of dirt, I've got the pet, I've got everything that I can reasonably get from there except for the trident. I forget what exact name it is, the magical staff anyways that drops there. And I'm a little shocked that I don't have it, because I'm like 2,000 kills deep, and it's, I think, a 1 in 500-ish? It just feels, oh, no, okay. Just feels really wrong to have that without the staff, or without the pet without the stuff, you know what I mean. Feels weird to get a rarer drop than a non-rare drop. Got a little bit flummoxed there, trying not to get blasted. Okay. I didn't see the flies around my character, so I was like, okay, it stopped attacking, what's happening? I'm in danger. Alright. Put that back on, start whacking away. That should be the final spawns that it summons. And annoyingly, because I'm on solo here, it's not super viable for me to blowpipe the spawns. Like, it would be, but I had the stupid idea of doing Walk the Path and the other path invo, so Kephri is... oh, it's actually only level 2 right now. Usually it ends up being level 3, I guess I got lucky. How you doing, chicken? It's been a little while. How's life? Don't mind me, I'm just stabbing a dung beetle with a sword. I wasn't gonna get back into RuneScape, but Raids 4 is coming, and it is kind of fun to play a game like this, like the moment that a big piece of content like Raids comes out. I mean, they pulled me back in with sailing, so I guess I'm here. And I'm doing just noodle damage here to Kephri. Okay, he's gonna crap on me, so I'll hit him with the spec, switch weapons. I cannot switch while that's happening, apparently. Interesting. Didn't know. You haven't touched sailing? Yeah, sailing is weird. It's been in sort of an awkward place for the whole time that it's come out. Like, since it's come out, I mean. Yeah, I'll just hit these with this. I actually really liked it on release, but then everything I liked about it they nerfed, and everything I didn't like about it turned out to be the way that they thought people should be training the skill. So, I enjoyed the salvaging aspect of it. I didn't really mind clicking the crystal extractor. That's not exactly content, but, like, it was easy. Try not to get blown up here. Okay, it's gonna crap on me. Thankfully, though, when sailing came out, I could immediately see the writing on the wall when it came to the crystal extractor when they said that they weren't really happy with the position that it was in and they wanted to make some changes to it. So I spent like 12 hours one day going from level 74 to level, I think, 86 or something like that. Whatever the Grimstone island requirement is, that's where I pretty much stopped. Can't remember if it's 86 or 87, but frost dragons were kind to me. Pretty much the next day, though, they nerfed the XP rates for salvaging so hard that it actually... Oh, I forgot I need an inventory space. Oops. It actually caused, like, a full-on community uproar. Oh, come on. Nice. And I mean, it's not hard to make the OSRS community mad about something. You just give them something and then take it away and everyone loses their mind. And kind of rightfully so. The big issue was that with the crystal extractor, it really wasn't complicated math, but Jagex somehow managed to not understand how to do said math. Like, you can use it about every 62 seconds or so, so realistically you could call that once per minute. And I think it was giving 600 XP, so 60 times 600 is not rocket science. Like, for them to not understand that that was going to give that much XP per hour really worries me, because it means that they're not even doing basic math about things. But at the same time, I mean, it's their game, they can do whatever they want with it, I guess. It's just frustrating when they dangle decent XP rates above you and then take them away. Anyway, this is where things could go pretty far south for me. We're in a level 4, which means it is 6 in the middle, I think. I hope, anyway, because that's how many I'm going to be looking for. So we'll double spec with the Eye of the Yak, because I like to stay mage for Akka. I have no idea if that actually does much. But I mean, it did 48 damage, which reduces his magic defense by 48, presumably. Oops, a little off the timing there. I guess I should summon a Thrall. And he's going to do that. Oops. Almost forgot to change my prayers. That would have been bad. So when it goes to mage, it's going to go to the center, and I'm going to switch to melee gear at that point. Unless this shadow is still up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way around the circle. And then yellow and black. Not too bad. I actually find some of the fights in this raid solo were a lot easier. This one specifically because you can't get screwed over by other people not understanding the mechanics. And that happened a lot to me trying to learn this raid. It was kind of almost a meme in the one clan that I was in every single time that I would come and do a Tombs of Amascut on Tuesdays with them. Someone would end up PKing me. I don't think they were trying to, maybe some of them were, but I don't think they were attempting to. That's not the weapon I want that. Whoops. Gonna send one spec, so we got red, black, yellow, white, yellow, white. Exact same order as the last time, nice. Make up a couple of my attack cycles there. Didn't actually mean to switch rings, though. That's unfortunate. It's gonna go mage next. There's not really a lot of point in me switching to mage gear. Actually don't want to bring him below 40% until I can run over here. Perfect. Sloppy on the switch, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, because he's going to the center again. So we got white, red, black, red, white, red. Get lots of time on the shadow. I'll summon a mage throw, I guess. Okay, maybe not lots of time. Alright, there we go. This is going pretty well. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to get, like, really back into OSRS, because a lot of the time that I think I do, I come back for a couple of days and then realize there's not really a great deal of content that I haven't kind of burnt myself out of already. White, yellow, white, red. Black, red. I'm not doing much damage here. That's a bit of a problem. So it's going to switch to melee next, so I'm going to do that. We're doing fine. I guess I am salted. So if I wait one more attack cycle, it should be melee now? Yeah. Then I can just mage the next two sets. I really like akka a lot better now that it's the way that it is. It used to be before that it would always pray two styles at once. So during its melee phase you had to use mage, during its range phase you had to use melee, during its mage phase, you know, you only had one option each time. So we got black, yellow, black, red, white, red. Uh-oh. Still not the best at dodging these, but... oh well. Shit. Okay, I only got hit by one of them at least. Ran into two of them, but I guess I was invulnerable for a split second there. Just gonna leave Piety on, actually, because that's getting me killed. Nice. Okay, monkey room's next. The bane of everyone's existence, or at least it used to be. And for the monkey room, I like to be in full range gear. Don't really need the ring. I want this up here, and my mage weapon in the middle. Okay, we're all good. Need 2 inventory slots, which I've got. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. So I want to take out the shaman in the first wave. There he is. It should only get a chance to summon one. Hopefully that kills it in one shot. It does. Beautiful. So now I can pray range. Go for this guy. Roof support. This guy. Mage. Let that blow up. One step down. Mage. Mage. Walker. Only having to switch one weapon at a time and not having to worry about offensive prayers is so much nicer in this. I mean, it's still a little bit of a stressful room, especially if things start to go wrong for you, but man, is it ever nicer. I really hope that I actually repaired that pillar. I'm no longer confident that I did. Looks like I did. Should be a whole bunch of shamans now, yeah. That's less than ideal. Alright, that is way too many of these spawns, but I think we got through that pretty well. I've got plenty of prey pots, so I can just sit here firing on them. Some people bring chinchompas for this, but I just don't really see the need. Okay, so we're going into Baba. And I want to do a little bit of inventory sorting here, because I want to be able to put on my melee gear and my range gear really easily. And I'm probably... I really don't need the ring. You know what, I'm not gonna bone dagger. I'm gonna use 2 BGS specs, or 1 if I hit at least a 20. And I hit a 39, beautiful. Why am I switching to range gear? What am I doing? Might have had a little bit of an aneurysm there, don't mind me. Okay, there's the monkeys. Oh crap, that's gonna hurt. Didn't think about trying to run away from the shadow attack around the rock there that well, but oh well. Wasn't fast enough to get it on the first boulder. Should be okay here, I think. I hope, please. Alright. I actually remember how to do Baba. It's a Christmas miracle. Hmm. 43%. I should go low. Can I make this in one? I cannot. Okay, well, worth a shot. Maybe. Sorta screwed myself there, but that's fine. What I'll do to make up for it is switch to this weapon, send 2 specs, and then go to my melee weapon. Just as a middle finger to this giant goddamn monkey. Wait, don't want to get pulled out. Yeah, we're going up. And we're not. And we're done. Okay, 4 rooms down. Boss time. have a sip of my coffee here while I think about my life choices that have led me to this. So that whole raid only took me 3 prey pods. That's not too bad. Do I want to keep a couple? I'm going to keep 3 just as an emergency sort of supply situation. And I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inventory spaces. Where are the yellow pods? Did I screw something up? I did. I have sort of a preferred inventory layout for this, which is basically that. Now, the bone dagger I'm not going to use here because, it just won't be that useful. I'm just sort of thinking about how I want to handle the situation. So I've got a couple of seconds where I don't, it's not really a panic moment. I'm not going to be using the fang for the whole rest of this. So I'm going to move it down for the T-bow. And I'm not going to be using this either. Alright, I think I'm set. It's been a little while since I've done this, so we'll see how this goes. Not great, because it didn't register my click. There we go. Okay, we got a miss. We got a kinda too low hit. I forgot I actually do need the blowpipe for this. Oh, don't want to switch that off. And I'm going to send a spec here and hope. Yes, beautiful. 46 on the healing spec. That's about as best, the best I could have hoped for. Summon a Mage Thrall, and let's see how we do. Gonna have to take the first set of orbs for sure. Ideally, I'm kind of hoping I don't have to deal with the next set. I have options here, but I'm going to take the worst of the 2 and just yellow pot a couple of times. I need 75 HP to be able to survive the next set of orbs if I have to tank them. And I did not save myself enough spec to be able to heal through it with the, yeah, that's a problem. That's gonna hurt. Oh, I might only have to take 1. Yes, okay, that's good. The thing about the yellow pots is I'm gonna not be able to use them once my 6.5 minutes of my salt runs out. So I might as well just get through those right now. Oh good, we're starting with everyone's favorite Thunder Skulls. I think that'll hit me there, I'm not sure. Yeah, it would've. Alright, we're through the BS. And I need a 5-way swap into that. Alright, he's playing kind of nice here. Perfect. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a BGS spec. Not even gonna bother with offensive prayers at this point. I feel like I probably don't need them. Although I'm debating blue potting so that I can BGS spec. And then still maybe have enough for the healing spec. Ah crap, I forgot to death charge. That's why I don't have enough spec for that. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to figure out what might have happened there. Got it. Five, 6, 7, 8. That's wrong, I need mage. Okay, we're in pretty good shape. A little bit lower on prayer than I'd like, but that's why I kept a couple of pray pots. Oh crap, there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, maybe there was, but I didn't want to risk taking the Thunder Skull attack. Would have been a really bad time. Okay, coming up on the next melee, so I should probably move some of this over. Nice. Didn't get hit by that BS. Hopefully I can get this in a 3 down. I don't actually know if I can. Might not have the DPS too. One way or another I'm going to have to BGS spec. But I should get 10 attacks here. If I had an Altor ring to switch to, that would probably solve the problem. 7, 8, 9, and I don't know if I can death charge. Oh, why did I just summon a thrall? What am I doing with my life? Yeah. I have some decisions to make here. And I think I'm just gonna not use offensive prayers right now. Actually, I have enough to where I could send a BGS spec right now. That did an 8. That's not ideal. I should probably not do what I'm thinking about doing, but I'm going to anyway. I'm gonna wait until my spec regens, and then try and send another one. Yes, 39. Okay. We got max reduction on the wardens now, which means that it's not really going to hurt me too badly to not use an offensive prayer right now. I have 2 minutes left of my salt. I do have a lot of prayer actually. You know what? I brought in pray pots. I'll just leave this on for the entire fight actually. Because I still have scarabs, I still have a couple of white pot doses. This isn't the end of the world. What I am going to do, however, is switch my ring out to... How you doing, Shub? I'm not... Oh, that's YouTube. I was going to say, did you change your name again? Well, my plans today fell through so hard that I'd said, you know what, screw it, we're streaming some RuneScape, so... Doing great. I wouldn't have expected it to be a common name, but I'll take your word for it. We're coming up on the last couple of phases of a 365 scaled solo Toa, which means I should have around a 1 in 18 chance at a purple. So, you know, day's not going too badly. I can't remember if the timing for this allows me to switch pers once or twice, so I'm just going to start spam clicking and hope he does a mage attack. He did. Beautiful. Can't even ask for more. But yeah, I'm just kind of prepping for Raids 4 coming out, making sure I actually can do some of this content, you know. Seeing how it goes. I'm gonna turn that on right now so that I don't start losing stats in 25 seconds. Yeah, every time that I give in to those thoughts, well, I won't say that I regret playing OSRS, but I do feel like I often end up just doing the same content that made me burn out in the first place. Everyone was talking about the golden age of old school RuneScape not too long ago, and the unfortunate thing is, once people start talking about a golden age, it's usually already over. Or at least that's been my experience. And people were talking about it just before Sailing came out, and ever since Sailing came out, there's been a lot of complaints about a content drought, and, you know... It's hard not to fall into that, just, you know, whiny, complainy crowd of OSRS players. Because I'm definitely one of them. Yeah, no one really thinks that they feel like they're very fleshed out just yet, but the thing about it is, I'm willing to try to be patient with sailing, because I understand that it's not done yet, and that there's more to come. Now, the only reason that I'm giving them that sort of break is because when Varlamore came out, it was very empty and just sort of unfleshed out content. I kind of thought it was just going to stay that way forever. And a lot of people talk about Varlamore as like part 2 or part 3 or whatever as being quite good. It was well received by the end of it. Now, having said that, who knows what's going to happen with sailing. I'm not thrilled with any of the updates that they've done to it so far. I haven't actually tried the newer version of combat, and I think that they're making some good changes there, but I mean, sort of a lipstick on a pig situation. A lot of people just raced to like 90 or 99 or 95 or so right when it came out, and then just washed their hands of it. It's not integrated enough with the actual content that it has surrounding it, I don't think. And I feel like that's sort of everyone's complaint about it, is it just feels like a standalone thing, as opposed to something that's like part of the game. Ooh, a 68, god damn. Say goodbye to your defenses, buddy. Oh. Don't know how I just saved that, but I'll take it. Little panic click there saved me. Oh. And obviously I'm not going to be looking at the chat until either I'm dead or the boss is dead here, so bear with me. Oops. I do have 2 doses of white pot if I need them, but we made it. So I have a 6.01% chance of a purple. I have been like 75 raids dry here, so make it 76. All that effort, 40 whole bloody minutes for... I mean, I guess I need an elite clue, because I didn't have the full stack of them yet. Yeah, I've tried just getting a purple, but the problem is, I keep getting the wrong damn ones. I got the pet, though. So, I mean, you know. Also, on the note of membership costs up, and player counts and bots down, I would actually say there's more real players than, that's not, the Fangs isn't the oof, bud. Anyway, I would actually say that there's more genuine players right now, and the bot numbers are so far down that it's almost ridiculous. Like, let me grab something in the other tab here for a second. Have a look at, let's see, Spectral Sigils. 1 year. I'm gonna send you a DM on Discord here in a second, because I don't think I can even send pictures into my chat. I can't imagine that I can anyways, let's put it that way. Shoob. Have a look-see at that chart. Now, basically, if there's botting, there's corporeal beast botting. And look at the absolute just drop-off of the traded per day of sigils. I'm really kind of annoyed by it, because they've had all the time in the world to deal with bots, and it seems like they're only doing it now because maybe the company is going to be up for sale, or maybe there's some sort of another reason. And it just proves to you that they can handle this situation, and that they just usually don't. But at least they're doing it, so, you know, I can be mad about something that's good, right? It wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, no, this is my Tombs of Amascut, drops in 540 raids or so. And I did the math on this one time, and I realized that I make something like 400k an hour doing Tombs of Amascut. As far as purple splits, I've gotten one Missouri body split that was like 8 mil, something like that. and I think I got a Fang split that was like 10 mil. So these are 20 each, so that's 80 mil. These at the time that I got them were literally 1 to 1.5 mil. I think they're up to like 5 now? 4.5. So unfortunately, this isn't 45 mil. This is like maybe 15 if I'm being lucky. The Eladini's ward is practically worthless. It's at an all-time high of 3.82 mil right now. The Missouri chaps are, I think at the time that I got them, they might have been 30 mil. And I had to split one of these if memory serves. So that's only like about 45 mil. I mean, the pet, great, but this is a problem that I haven't gotten that. I was kind of hoping that maybe I could just snag one. Hasn't happened yet. But anytime that I try to complain about that, I remember I greenlogged a Raxor with like 4 Noxious Blades in total, or Noxious Halberd, sorry, in total, and like 700 KC. So, it could be worse. Also, I just got the Kraken pet the other day. You want to see a weird drop log? Have a look at my Kraken log, 2075 KC. 5 tentacles, 2 jars of dirt, no Trident to the Sea. If I was an Iron Man, do you know how mad I would be about that? I mean, I'm more just confused about it as a non-Iron Man, but it is what it is. Oops. I'm not sure that this is the best loadout that I can have, but this is what I've been rocking for Tombs of Amascut, if you're curious. I could probably justify a bit more gear because I'm still ending up with a few prey pots at the end of this. So, like, I could probably bring the Missouri mask, but it's really not that much of a difference. Like, the Venator ring versus the Missouri mask, I guess technically the Missouri mask is 2 more range accuracy than the ring itself. But then I got another range swap that I gotta click on. Just having a quick look over this, because in the middle of that raid I was thinking, I need something, but I forgot what it was now. Every time I watch someone do high-level content on this game, I remember why I never stick around. Switchscape is awful. Yeah, and there is high-level content where you don't have to do much switching. Like, Doom, for example, is predominantly just the weapon itself, but even that I find exhausting, realistically. And I've had people yell at me for not having enough swaps for this raid. Like, people bring like an 8-way swap for melee, an 8-way swap for range, an 8-way swap for mage, and then try to bring in like the bare minimum for potions and stuff. I just cannot be bothered doing that. So that's more or less what I bring in, plus 2 more prey pots on top of that. I'm just sort of thinking maybe I should bring a Berserker ring or something for the Warden's core, but I guess as long as I don't mess up and remember to BGS spec the first and the second one, doesn't really matter. Got a melee helm on. Yeah, you know what? I think I've pretty much min-maxed this into where I'd like to be with it. I really don't like doing Insanity, but if I were to turn Insanity on, my chance for a Tumekens Shadow should I roll a purple goes from 4.7 to 5.3, which sounds like it'd be worth it. And then you remember that that also reduces the chance that I complete the raid from 100% to about 35%. So, nah. Doesn't seem that worth it anymore. But yeah, what have you been playing lately, Shub? Honestly, just kind of biting my tongue here, is deciding whether I want to go in for another raid. Stretching my hands. Getting ready. I actually almost even downloaded that game that you play, Palia, I think it's called. I was looking for a MMORPG that has decent fishing, and I realized that sounds stupid, but fishing has always been my favorite thing in RuneScape, or not in RuneScape, but in MMOs in general. Not really sure why. Something about it just seems relaxing. I like fishing, but I don't really like having to, like, actually go fishing in reality. Like, it's fun, but at the same time, there's downsides to it. Like, you gotta get licenses and gear, and you gotta go somewhere, and then you gotta sit out in the sun, there's mosquitoes. Most of the time, I'd rather play a video game. Cozy games and friend slop, yeah, that sounds about right. It's kind of awkward that friend slop is even a word, but I mean, you gotta call it something. Oops, one too quick. That's gonna hit me too, isn't it? Did I just screw myself? Oh, I didn't. That was nice. Gamble with your friends. Yeah, I've seen people playing that one. Reminds me of one that I can't think of the name of off the top of my head, where everyone sat around a table. And you had to, it was like you had to, it was Liar's something? Liar's Bar, maybe? Alright, does the BGS hit? We got a nothing. Followed by 42, I will take it. Maximum reduction for this raid for the first 4 bosses at least is just only 20, so I'm perfectly happy with a 42. Early. Come on. Okay. Thought I was getting hit there. For a split second, I didn't remember if I'd turned insanity back off. I was about to have a little moment. Not a good one at that. Oops, didn't even notice I'm doing that. One of the summer sweep-up things has me a little bit concerned, actually, about... I don't know if you were... how much you follow this game lately, Shub, but... Oh, no. No, no, no. Okay, well, that's gone now. I meant to attack it, not push it. One of the summer sweep-up things that has me a little bit concerned, they've decided that they want to modify all the claw specs, so that they use 35% instead of 30% of your spec energy, which shouldn't really be a big difference, but the problem with it is there's already a whole bunch of speed-based CAs that I'm having a lot of trouble with. Oh, crap. No, no, okay, I've screwed it. Don't mind me. Anyway, there's a bunch of speed-based CAs that pretty much all use Burning Claws or Dragon Claws, depending on spec. And I'm a little bit worried that it's just going to end up making me even more reliant on basically saving for a scythe just to be able to do them. Abuse early, abuse often, yep, exactly. Also apparently turned my head right at the exact wrong time and taken off prayer hit, but, you know, it's fine. The rest of this fight should be just a cakewalk, and we've got way more prayer than we need here, so I'll just drink another pot and not worry about it. Actually, I'm going to move over to here just in case it decides to summon those red orbs right on top of me. I will say that is one of the most exhausting things about this company is that they'll put content out and then nerf it within a couple of days as if they couldn't have just done the math to see what the XP rates would have been in the first place. And it is very exhausting because anything new that comes out, that's gonna pretty much always happen to it. Yeah, we'll just use one now. Didn't need it. Oh well. I didn't even bother trying the, oh, what do you call it? The shale mining that came out pretty recently. I didn't even bother trying it. As soon as I saw what it was, I was immediately convinced that it was going to be gone within a day or two. And it was. Well, I don't really agree with what you just said there about they're one of the only companies doing that, because basically every shooter game, every MOBA game, everything where you can buy heroes usually does exactly what Jagex does, but it's so that they sell the heroes. And then once people have bought them, once the hype is wound down, once everyone's done basically abusing the broken character, then they bring it back in line with everything. Marvel Rivals is a really good example of that, even though the characters don't require a pay to unlock. But you know what I mean. Like, Spider-Man has had like 7 nerfs throughout the course of that game so far, I think. And it's a little bit ridiculous. It's just sort of known that whenever a new character comes out in that game, it's just going to be so broken that you're pretty much going to have to block it in competitive games or just get steamrolled. Okay, this is pretty much the whole reason I bring the Bone Dagger. Give me a high hit. 9. Believe it or not, that's actually not terrible. Anything that hits here is fine with me, realistically. This is only a level 2 Kephri again. Interesting. Because I've got more overlords on, though, it's not gonna make much sense for me to blowpipe the spawns, I don't think. But I'm debating whether it makes sense to send a BGS spec here in a second. Probably not. I'm probably just going to use Void Waker specs. Oh, damn it. It spawned them all the way over here. Do I have enough time to hit this one? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Nice. I gotta get back here before it craps on me. Perfect. I could have waited the one more game tick to get an extra attack out there, but I didn't. Yeah, I'd have more of an opinion about MMORPGs, but they don't seem to be making any that I want to play anymore, so I really just don't have much of an opinion on them. I know Guild Wars 3 is coming out soon, or perhaps just an update to Guild Wars 2. I don't remember if that actually got revealed yet as to what they were doing with it, but I don't know. I keep wanting to play a new MMO, and every time that I look into what's on the market, I'm just like, oh, never mind. Going back to RuneScape. Oh, it was Guild Wars 3, okay. The last I saw of it, it hadn't been revealed yet, but people were speculating that that's what it was going to be. It's kind of funny to me because Guild Wars 1 has still got a fairly vibrant community that plays it. And I tried Guild Wars 2, it just wasn't really... It didn't really scratch that itch for me. It was fun, but it just seemed like, if we're throwing around slop as the main term of the day, it was definitely quest slop. I tried reading some of the quests at the start, trying to play through it, and it just got to a point where it was like, oh, this is just all that this is going to be, so I guess I'll just start spamming through them as fast as I can. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Gotta love when the T-bow hits a 3 and a 0. There we go. There's a good XP drop. Oops. Hello? How is it? Okay. I was gonna say, if I get hit by that mage attack, I'm going to be furious. Okay, I know the next move is a poop, so I'll just stand here. I think the issue I had with Guild Wars 2 was just the... I know it's a pay-to-play game, effectively, but it's sort of poised as if it were a free-to-play game, it feels like. Like, there's enough content that it feels like they're trying to make it look like a free-to-play game, if that makes sense. But I mean, if I can't ride a mount without paying for the game, why are they even in the game? I think there might be 1 or possibly 2 free-to-play mounts, but it just... I don't know. It felt like I was getting FOMO'd, so I stopped playing it. Then there's Final Fantasy 14. It's not looking like it's doing too bad population-wise, but I keep seeing people that try it out, get through like 100 or 200 hours of quest slop just trying to get to the good part, and then realize that that was probably it. Oop, we're getting pooped. It's amazing that I keep coming back to this game, to be perfectly honest. But I guess OSRS is now old enough where people nostalgically post screenshots about what this version of the game was like when it first released in, I think it was 2011? Feels wrong to have nostalgia for something that recent, but then I remember that was a little longer ago than I want to admit. Alright, that Kephri felt like it took way more supplies than it needed to. Not really sure what happened there. Kind of hoping that Akka doesn't screw me over somehow. Alright, got the timing down on that. I don't know if that's going to make me have to do a 2 down. It is. Okay. I know that they changed the timing of this room a little bit so that it's more forgiving. Oh, almost got hit. I think they just added basically one more tick to the timer for how long you've got. But that was not enough. Part of the problem I've got now too is that just MMOs are kind of boring to stream. Like, this is pretty much the highest end content that this game has to offer, short of maybe getting annoyed with Fosani's Nightmare or trying to do solo Tob or something crazy like that. It just feels lackluster. Alright, so I'm gonna want the Light Bearer on. Jump in here and start wailing on him. Send 2 specs to start with, huge. And huge, 55 into a 49. This is going to be good. I like to try and use mage as much as I can on akka. So having almost 100 less mage defense has got to help somewhat. Oops. And we're on a level 4, so that's a 6 in the middle akka. Getting kind of bad hits here. I'm a little worried. Yellow, black, red, white. Finally passed the accuracy check and I hit a 1. Come on now. White, yellow, white. Red, black, red. Easy. Probably should be sending a healing spec and using range against the shadows, but oh well. Maybe I'll do that this time. Because it's probably going to go into the middle when it goes to melee here. But I'm not going to have time to take 4% HP down now. Okay. I do not speak Spanish. No habla español. Except for that. Nice, I got a 42 on the healing spec. What do we want here? Probably a melee throw, that's going to last the longest. Nice, finally got through that. I'm not sure why that's impressive or surprising, but I'll take it. So we got red, white, red, black, red, black. You know what's really the worst is when you really have to pee, but the raid's got like 20 minutes left in it. Oh no. Okay. Saved it. I clicked to move while I was during Akka's spec there. Gonna take a bit of a risk here and send a healing spec. Okay, it hit a 34. That could have been a lot worse. So we got white, yellow, black, red, black, red. And I forgot to death charge off of that shadow, and hopefully that doesn't screw me. So I'm gonna have to wait until I'm at 80% spec to be able to heal. I guess I could take the blue pot out, but I don't think I need to do that. I hope I don't. Oh shit. I don't really know how I just recovered from that, but I'm not gonna argue. Okay. Melee throw. Click him. Oh, spawned right beside me. Beautiful. Nice. Was counting on that to actually land. I'm still overhealed for the monkey room. That's kind of cool. Don't see that too often for me. Alright, so I want the Void Waker here. I need at least 2 inventory spaces. I got a minute and a half on the salt. This should be good. Alright, first things first, take out the shaman. Send 1 attack at its thrall. Nice, got him. That's... okay, nice. The pathing didn't screw me on that. I was pretty sure I was going to get hit there, though. Come on. Okay. No, I'm not chasing that. Oh, no. Okay, that hurt. And that really sucks. Okay, I'm gonna heal with that, and then death charge, and what the hell? Why did it just... oh, because I didn't switch. Okay. Well, I really screwed this room up. That's okay. As long as we're not dead, we can still save it. Nice. Okay, that got a little bit more hectic than I would have liked, but we're going into Baba with 117 HP, 85% spec, so I've got enough to where I could just send a Bone Dagger spec, I guess. It's not really my preferred option, but it looks like that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, let's do that. Oh good, it hit a 2. Okay. Well, that sucks. I was going to death charge right now for when I inevitably get the monkey summons. Oh, I need to be moving. And what the hell, we'll send a BGS at him. And it missed. That's unfortunate. Oh, come on. It's at 65.7. How did that attack still go through? You know what? I'm sending another BGS. That's more like it. I could go for the monkeys, but... Okay, no, now I'm going to, because it's not... Wait, where's the other one? Why did it only summon one? What the... What did it do, land under the rock? Alright, 23%. Keep 3 prey pots for the end. And I just don't feel like putting this in the thing, so I'm just gonna chug it. Most useless thrall ever, and I will be right back because I really gotta pee. Then we'll get into the actual boss fight. Oh, that's so much better. Alright. Let's claim our little bit of supplies here. I'm not even going to bank anything. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so... I'm going to need the blue pot down here. We're going to go 3-way swap to that. This goes here. This is not going to get used anymore. And that looks pretty good. Okay. Hitting that. Hitting the adrenaline. Going for it. Okay, or not. Come on now. Alright, really good first hit. Which means I've got lots of spec left for a couple of healing specs, so I'm going to let this drain me to like 65, maybe 62. That should be fine. 80, decent. Alright, damage is looking pretty good here. Send 2 specs. Brings me to 64, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Not hitting as hard as I need to, though. I need to save a little bit of spec energy to be able to BGS the core. That's gonna kill me if it hits. Okay, I have to heal. Okay, cool. We actually didn't take damage from the second set of orbs at all. Alright, fun starts. And 5-way swap. So looking for 5 hits and a BGS spec. I'm gonna death charge. Range throw for the next phase. And now my inventory is completely screwed up. Okay, this should be 7 hits and then a BGS spec. And now I'm just gonna overheal as far as I can with the yellow pot. Because as soon as my 4.5 minutes of salt runs out, I can no longer use those without kind of screwing myself. So I might as well use them up now. Alright, would you stop doing that? 2, 3, 4, where is it? 5. I don't know if I can death charge this or not, but I'm gonna try. 6, 7, blue pot, 8, 9, and BGS spec. Nice. Alright, now I can't remember exactly. I think it's 40 for this, and then 50 for the enrage, or it might be 50 and 50 that I'm looking for. Either way, a 39 is pretty good to start with. Into a 0. Into a 0. I bought the whole sword, I'm gonna use the whole sword, there's a 30. Nice. 2 giant hits. Oh no. Okay, well that really sucks. I'm gonna switch back to the light bearer in that case, because now I'm gonna have to either white pot or healing spec at some point here. Really unfortunate that I decided that that was a good idea. Oh well. What I think I'll probably do actually in this case is just let my prayer run down for a little while and then white pot as close to the final phase as possible, because I do have 2 doses. 24 HP, so I actually can't really afford to tank a hit here, so please be mage. It is good. And back in. Yeah, we're just gonna switch back to the Venator ring, I think. As soon as it gets into red skulls again, I'll hit the white pot. So we dodge one rock this time. Clicking this should dodge the second. Yep. Salt's got 37 seconds on it, so I'm going to go ahead and start praying Preserve now. Okay, final phase before the enrage. We dodge 2 rocks this time. That's 1, 2. Alright, BGS and my Rancor are right beside each other in my inventory, so I'm going to try and send at least 1 BGS back. It looks like only 1 actually, because I'm only at 90%. That's unfortunate. Oh, no, we had time. First one's a miss. Second one's a 50. That's either exactly the max reduction or 10 over. I can't ever remember if it's 40 or 50. I'm gonna Scarab so I don't have to worry about any of my prayer for a while. Wrong prayer. And we made it. 5.96% this time, a little bit lower than the 6.01 the last time. I don't really know why, but oh well. Have I broken my crap streak? No, I have not. I think I might be coming up on 80 raids dry, which really has been not fun, but what do you do? 500k in Dragon Dart tips, goddamn. That's a surprisingly half-decent chunk of loot. Maybe I'll start doing TOAs on the TOA world just to send a couple with a group. Have a quick peek at these because I'm not doing too badly with these invos. I don't think there's really much else I would want to put on though. I mean, I could get another 10 points by throwing it onto hardcore, but that's like work. Let's see, time-wise, yeah, I made that at 38:18. So So I could probably put walk forward on. So realistically, that'd put it to a 385. The only other ones I wouldn't really mind too much are these, which would be a solid 400, but nah. If it isn't going to give me something for a 365, I'm not going to up it to a 400. I'm going to grab a coffee, stretch a little bit, then start up another raid here in a couple of minutes. Be right back. I think I've got a be right back screen. Oh, I do. Alright, let's get back to it. It's kind of at a point now where I'm just going to keep running this exact same raid until it either gives me a purple or, I guess, doesn't. I'm actually a little bit shocked that I've gone as dry on this as I have. Mind you, I'm sure it'll just end up being another ring, but having 10 instead of 9 would be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for the collection log. It's not what I want, but it's probably what I'm going to get. We'll see. Now, do I bone dagger this or do I BGS this? BGS usually doesn't miss here. So I think I'm going that way. $66. Correct decision made. Loving the damage that I'm dealing here too. Not only am I passing the accuracy checks, I'm just blasting. It's already at 70%, good god. I might actually be able to skip specs if I keep hitting this hard. At least the last one. Not ideal. I guess I should have put on a timer on this raid. And final waves should be coming up now. Yep, here we go. Got the enrage during the waves, nice. Oh no. Less nice. I'm not panic running, you're panic running. But you know what, if it works, it works. Come on, Crocodilus, stop being a dick and let me deal decent damage to you. There we go, 61. Nice. Oh, nice. I got the 1 in 5 quick solve. This has been a good raid so far. Maybe this is finally the one where I break my dry streak. Got my bone dagger ready for Kephri. Let's see how this goes. Hoping for anything above like a 10. I think my max hit's like 25 or 30 or something with it. Well, you know what? A 6 isn't that bad. It's a lot better than no defense reduction. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's gonna be worth it, but I went for it. Should have probably summoned a thrall already, but that's fine. Now the real question is, do I bother trying to hit another BGS spec? Probably not worth, but... Ooh, a 34. Max reduction Kephri. I'll take it. Perfect timing on that. Uh-oh. Except I still took a 16 from the off-prayer range hit. That's fine, though. Oh, thought I already killed it. Whoops. Alright, so next up should be eggs, I think. So I need to kind of unscrew up my inventory a little bit here. Nice. And I don't have time to get to this, I don't think, but... Ooh, nice. Really don't need that overhead prayer too badly just yet. Alright, hitting like a truck so far, so that's good. Always like a quick Kephri if I can. It's all gonna come down to how the mage one goes, though. Nice. Oops, misclicked. Uh-oh. Okay. Got 18 seconds there. That 45 is going to make it jump. Need to stay back far enough that the ranger can't hit me, but that's not going so well for me. Alright, mage is down already. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Little 60 on the ranger. And I've lost track and can't remember if it pooped or egged last. I think it pooped. Yeah, here are the eggs. Oh, almost got hit. Alright, so that's the final phase of ads. Now I just have to take down 2 HP bars. Should be easy. Alright, that was the last thing I was kind of worried about in this fight, was the turbo dung. Gonna ignore the next set of eggs probably entirely here. Should be right now. Yep. I'm gonna hit this one because I'm worried that it's gonna explode and kill me somehow. And let's get out of here. Three mirrors and a wall. Worst case scenario. Alright, there's one. Really hoping Raids 4 doesn't have a bunch of BS puzzles like this that just end up time sinks. Alright, not a big hit, but still a hit. And an even lesser hit. Got level 4 Akka, which is 6 in the middle. What the hell? Why did my prayer just drop? Okay, well now we're probably screwed, actually. That's really unfortunate. I have no idea what just happened. I'm actually a little curious to go back through the VOD and see if I even clicked on that. Because I don't think I even had my prayer window up. I was starting to look at what thrall to summon. Oh well. I guess technically I could death charge off of this blue pot and then basically waste a Karis spec. Got 28 HP to figure it out though. If I don't make time on this, then I'm just going to accept it as a failed raid. Wow, that's embarrassing. Okay, let it kill me. I maintain that I did not turn off my prayers, so I don't actually know what happened there, but that might be about enough Tombs of Amascut for me if it's going to literally start cheating me out of a raid, but what do you do? Whole reason that I don't run Insanity is because this just ends up being a giant-ass waste of time if you do. But I'm really frustrated that that just completely screwed me on what was turning out to be a pretty good raid. I'm gonna stretch and sip my coffee here and think about whether or not I actually want to keep doing this raid or not. Because honestly, my prayer is turning off like that. Bullshit. Let's see what they're on about in chat. Looks like they're having issues with it too, so not just me. Screw it. I'll go for one more. If I don't get a purple this run, though, I might just be done with Toa. We'll see if the raid can redeem itself for me, and if not, well, I'd say it's been fun, but I don't want to be a liar. Let's see. Don't need the blowpipe at the start. Don't need that. All right. Of course. I hit an 8. Into a nothing. Yep, it's just gonna be that kind of a raid, huh? Alright. Honestly, after getting effectively my my win stolen from me due to a bit of a glitch there at Akka, I gotta tell you, I've lost pretty much all my ambition for doing this raid, my drive for it. And that's all it took, was one bad death. And I've noticed that more and more with pretty much everyone that does Tombs of Amascut is, if you try and organize like a group of people to do this raid, 9 times out of 10, the first time that someone dies, they're just done with it. And I completely understand the feeling with it. Like, Chambers of Zebak, I'm willing to have a couple of screw-ups, a couple of deaths, a couple of whatevers. Theater of Blood, I kind of expect every other run to just be, you know, something get totally messed up, but as soon as you screw up something bad enough to lose at Toa, it just feels so bad. Oh well. Coming up on 50% spec. After this attack, I'll try and send another BGS and yellow click my spec wheel somehow. I don't even know if I hit now. I was looking at too many other things. Just gonna assume that I did and hope for the best. Didn't even try to save that one. Alright, should be getting into the Enrage any second here. Or I'll just hit 3 zeros in a row, that's cool too. Alright, much worse than the last time I fought zebak, but whatever, a full minute longer. We'll take it, I guess. Let's roll the dice with the bone dagger on Kephri here. Or don't go through the doorway that I clicked on. Great game. Alright, there we go. We had a 16 out of a possible 20 max reduction. That's not bad. I can live with that I can live with that, excuse me, without feeling like I need to spec again. Oh, crap. Actually, really shouldn't have done that way. I should have waited until the poop came. That's fine. At least I've got this here to block that ranger from being able to attack me from where it is, so it could be a lot worse. Okay. Almost got hit by the overhead scarab. That would have been bad. And it'll... Okay, come on. Can I get a decent hit on this thing? A 13 into a 5? No, no. Okay. Still good, still good, still good. That got rid of him. Alright, we're back on track. Little awkward there, but we're back on track. Double spec with this. Take out 3 eggs. And we're good. Okay. A little bit hectic, but actually not too bad. I could probably greed another hit there, but I'd rather have the poop be stacked a little bit neater. It was 1 tile away from perfection, but that's okay. We don't need it. A death charge now, I don't have to panic and worry about it while I'm dealing with the eggs. Which should be right now. Ah, crap, they're all the way over here. Not really sure how that hit me, but it is what it is. Got lots of HP and not a lot of stuff left that's gonna happen in this raid, so, or in this fight, so... That actually works out pretty good, because now I don't have to worry about getting pooped on while the arcane scarab is out. Okay, 49, decent. No! Okay. I killed one of the swarms with a T-bow, but I didn't get hit with the attack, so I'll take that. Should be poop coming up next, though, so I'm gonna death charge Thrall. Or egg, sorry, not poop. That should be any second now. There it is. Seven seconds on death charge, so I might actually get another one off of these eggs. Yep. No, come on. Alright, we're now a full 2 minutes behind where I was when I beat Kephri, but as I say, I don't have a timer on, so it's not really that big of a deal. Gotta ignore the eggs. Okay, we're back to where we were. Hopefully I don't have another akka incident. In all fairness, if one of the 4 bosses is going to be a problem for me, I am not surprised that it's going to be akka. So this time around, I'm going to try and do the full range swap for each of the shadows. Which should let me do a healing spec on at least 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. I don't think I'll have enough for the first one. And, oh, it's all the way over there. Alright. One of these days I'll go and get 99 mining. And I think you can get that down in 1 cycle faster, but I'm actually not sure now that I think about it. Might be the same speed. It's probably helpful for doing it with groups. Okay, we definitely have Prey Melee on this time. Summoning a Thrall. Getting a decent hit with the second spec, 46, not bad. Level 3, so it's going to be 5 in the middle this time, and actually a slightly easier fight, so that's kind of nice. Yellow, white, yellow, black, red. Yellow, black, red, white, red. It's a lot easier being 5 instead of 6. Probably didn't need the ring swap, thinking about that, but oh well. 33 on the healing spec, beautiful. So it's gonna go to the center when it goes to mage, which less than ideal, but I can give it a whack there. So we got white, red, white, yellow, black. $39 healing spec, decent. And then basically no damage, come on. Help. There we go. That really was getting worrisome there. So we have red, white, yellow. Alright, 40%, we're at decent HP this time. Probably shouldn't have summoned a mage thrall, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. So probably... ah, screw it, I'll go for it. I just did a 49 healing spec, good lord. I don't even know what my max hit is with that, but I thought it was lower than that. Okay, black, red, white, yellow, white. Might not even need the Karis Partisan spec at this point. If we get good hits here and it doesn't take me down too far. Ah! Did not mean to do that. We'll go for the oh shit spec. Alright, 118 HP to join into the monkey room with. That could have gone worse. I mean, didn't go great, but it could have gone worse. Alright, we want that. Where is the shaman? Bottom right. No. Jesus, I didn't get any of them. Oh, bastard. I don't think I walked through the poison there, but if it says I did, I did. It's unfortunate. Oh, shit, I didn't see the other shaman. You know what? It's gonna do that. There it is. Ah, I should have death charged those last two. I'm stupid. Well. Not the end of the world. Okay. $37. Nice. Oh, okay. Did not take unnecessary damage that time, but I will here. A 32. God damn it. Didn't think that was going to be that high. Oh, we're playing this game again, are we? The it should have already phased and it's going to throw that attack at me move. Hate that. Oh well. Oops. $39. 34, come on. There we go. Oh. Tends to help when you actually click on the spec wheel, huh? I didn't know it could throw rocks at you on the same game tick that it used that attack. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it do that. Oh shit. I was so enamored with a mechanic that I don't think I've ever seen happen at the same time as another mechanic that I forgot to use my prey pot. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so I need to be able to get to the blowpipe pretty quickly. I don't need this anymore. Won't need this anymore either. Yeah, that looks reasonably doable. I swear to God, I keep hitting start and it just doesn't start. What's going on here? That's happened to me every single time that I've done this raid today. Are you just incapable of starting the raid while you're under a potion cooldown or something, I wonder? Alright, sick. We had a 49 healing spec. Means I don't have to use yellow pots during this phase, which I prefer not to have to just because I don't want to lower my DPS output here at all if I can help it. Eh, 29, not bad. Alright, let the fun begin. Of course we're starting with Thunder Skills. Why wouldn't we? It's everybody's favorite. Oh, okay, I walked him forwards. Crap. Backup tiles it is. I think I got that in time, but I'm honestly not sure if I'm gonna get the 6th hit. No, I did. Nice. That's 7. And the big boy. Nice. Alright, so that should be definitely a 3 down as long as I don't mess anything up on the 3rd one. And Thunder Skulls again, of course. Don't? Okay. Alright, that was the end of my yellow pot, so that's good. Okay, so we got 10 hits here. That's 8, 9, and the guarantee. Nice. And I already used my second dose of blue pot, so we're going to go for a double BGS spec here. 6, 4, and we'll go for the third one. What the hell? 69. Nice. So coming into this with 100 HP, basically perfect scenario. Do I want to... I guess I probably want to keep the light bearer on to be able to get a little bit of spec back. I'll probably take it off at about 60% and switch to the Venator. Ideally, I want to have 100% spec for the Enrage phase because I want to double BGS. So... I'm not really sure when to swap rings. Would be nice to have a little more accuracy for this phase, though. 65% already on the spec wheel. Eh, 85 is probably enough. That's definitely enough, but, you know, doesn't matter. Anyway, 48%. Make sure I haven't missed any other gear swaps. No, it looks good. Turn Preserve on now. So we're going to lose our salt in 33 seconds. Nailed it. Alright, we're up to 100% spec. Got one more phase to go before we get into the fun part. But I still have 2 scarabs, so I don't know why I just drank a normal prey pot. Caught the case of Big Dumb. Alright, so that's the last of my pink potions. The old Tears of Elidinus. And let's see if we get the right prayer. Damn. %, 7%. Come on, in rage phase. Or not. God damn. There we go. Okay, 66. Don't even need to go for the second spec. Getting really unlucky on the tile choices here. Oop, one early. Getting really unlucky on the damage dealt. God damn. Are we really gonna have to last row this? Looks like it. Okay. Solid little 5.9%er. And yet another white chest. I really don't like the rewards from this raid. I enjoy it as a raid, but like, what the hell is this? I waste 40 minutes of my time for 150k. I probably spent more than that on supplies doing the raid. Like, my pre-pod is... I actually don't know what my pre-pod is. It's 4, 5, 9... Yeah, so my pre-pod's about 12k. And I mean, I'm using amethyst arrows, so that's kind of cheap. These are not cheap. Oh crap, this is charged with demon tears. How much are they at? They keep fluctuating, so I never know whether they're worth using. 340 GP per cast on the mage weapon. Yeah, I probably profited. I'm going to take a minute though and stretch and reconsider whether I want to actually run this raid again or not. So I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, in all honesty, I'm just not feeling this raid anymore. I think I'm going to go do something actually productive with my life instead of wasting time here. You can see my last 182 raids, I've had 4 purples, so I wasn't kidding that I'm just incredibly unlucky at this one. Usually I run about the same odds, so I'm not really sure what 6% works out to as a fraction, somewhere around 1 in 17. So 182 divided by 17 means that I should have seen somewhere around 10 purples in that time, and I've seen 4. So, yeah. Not my best luck, but it is what it is. Anyway, see you next time.